checked in for Cleveland. Iverson is out there with Ricky Rubio.
And sometimes the shot in the arm
break, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off.
Momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris.
Matchup against the Nuggets was superb. He dropped a cool 33 points, and he got there with his numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players. Are capable of playing.
And you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's a non-jumper in for J.R. Smith.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Here's Dellavedova. Iverson covering. He kicks it to Rubio. Iverson dishes to Rubio. Iverson outside. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the defense.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Wiggins is checked in for Muhammad. He's off on the second. Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Rubio. The dish now to Zhang. Iverson outside. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got 6 assists here tonight. For us right now. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He told Kyrie Irving that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Cav, it'll be interesting.
Thank you, Doris.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And the basket by Rubio.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
It's blocked. 36 seconds left in the third quarter to end the run. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Mozgov.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
And Pekovic kicks to Iverson. Good. Iverson's got the lead up to 4 now for Minnesota.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Stolen by Rubio. And here we go. Rubio heading to the hoop. Knocked away. Irving with the steal. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. All right, right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Garnett with a screen on Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Iverson passes to Levine. Releases. The Cavaliers pull it in. James has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Outside Irving. Back to LeBron. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul. Here's Smith. To the inside. Here's Love. Stuffed. But they get it back. Timberwolves leading by 4. They get a hand on it. And stolen by James. Here's Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
With the ball, sticking too much.
Iverson with the ball. Pass to Levine. Back to Iverson. 6 to shoot. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And the jam by Levine.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Iverson outside. To the left wing. Here's Levine, and again it's Minnesota converting.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
Irving drives in. Here's Thompson. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Irving drives in. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Timberwolves lead. Here's Wiggins, and he jams it with authority.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it.
Well, I tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
The Timberwolves have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Garnett kicks to Levine. To the paint. It's taken away by Smith. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 31 points for Kyrie Irving.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And the 24 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Nope, this one is sealed and delivered.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
And here's Iverson outside. And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, what an amazing effort. You guys never gave up in this game. I can sense the exhilaration you must feel with this victory.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was a whole new ball game after that critical third-quarter comeback, and he was the guy leading the charge.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
I have to give a big nod to the impact he had through his defense. You know he can turn it up on D when he needs to, but tonight he turned it all the way up. Wow.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Ooh, it's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to...
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar.
It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight, and I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon, but now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
It's the Western Conference on display, featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was the Clippers coming out on top against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And with that win, they evened up the season series at 1 apiece, giving them a chance to pull ahead right here.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Minnesota, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Iverson in at the one spot. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's Paul. He had 13 points in the win against Chicago. Here's Wiggins. Garnett kicks to Levine. And so just over a minute and a half played. The drive by Iverson. Rebound by the Clippers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
Now here's Iverson. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation. Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Levine kicks to Iverson. Puts it up from 17. And Garnett with the basket on the assist by Iverson. Garnett's got his first
pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end. That's a big basket. You don't want to let the game get away from you right off the bat.
Iverson against Paul. Iverson dishes to Towns. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
First trip to the line for him here. Minnesota with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Iverson outside. Makes it off the glass. Iverson's got his third bucket of the night.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting...
Attention, Staples Center, please give a big round of
Transitioning
applause.
from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing young guys extended minutes, then all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
J.J. Redick is out there with Austin Rivers. Then it's Green. Then there's Cole Aldrich. And it's Pierce in at the 4. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers played really well. He finished with 27 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. This was the latest chapter in what has been a stretch of very good outings for him. Will we see another one tonight, Kevin?
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Aldridge has got his second basket.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
And it's Iverson missing. Clippers trail by 5. Pass to Redick. Plenty of space. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off. Forget about it.
And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
Pierce with the screen on Iverson. Redick passes to Pierce. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Pekovic. Muhammad with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Redick against Iverson. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
4 on the clock. And here's Green outside. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Iverson against Redick. The try by Iverson. That's good. Iverson's got 8 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And the wide open shot from Redick. And another 3 for the Clippers.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
The try by Iverson.
Move the ball.
Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
No good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. They get to take on the Magic in Orlando after this one. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. And stolen by Iverson. And here is Muhammad. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Timberwolves ahead, leading by 4. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Look, Kevin, I've got Doc Rivers. And, Doc, what was happening for the team in that first half, and how do you approach the rest of this game?
I thought we missed some great shots in the first quarter. You can see it affecting us. We've been struggling offensively, so it's natural. But we're a defensive team, and we got to be that in the third quarter.
Doc, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Talk about a terrific game for Iverson. He's got 17 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Iverson in at the guard position. Timberwolves leading by 6.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses in close. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Iverson. And now it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Very strong start to the career last year of Andrew Wiggins out of Kansas. Just 1 year with the Jayhawks. Came out strong early on, and Clarkie never slowed down.
Yeah, found his stride early and just kept strutting his stuff right to the tune of Rookie of the Year.
Redick dishes to Paul. Griffin with it. Now guarded by Towns. That is good.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Levine passes to Iverson. And they double up Iverson. Here's Levine. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Iverson's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, Wiggins won the Roy last year, and really deservedly so. He was the early favorite to win it, led all rookies in scoring, and wasn't really close. Put up almost 17 points per game, and he shot the ball from the perimeter far better than most thought he would.
And Iverson throws it down.
Let's go.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
And Redick kicks to Griffin. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know, for Wiggins, he was also the rookie leader in minutes played. He quickly became the go-to player for the Wolves, and no other rookie carried as much offensive responsibility as did Wiggins.
And Griffin slams it in.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The drive by Iverson. The pass to Garnett. Jacks up a 3. Got it. Nice one there from Levine. Levine's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly. It's necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Rivers, he's checked in for Paul. And then for Minnesota, Gorgui Dieng's checked in for Garnett. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Levine. No coverage that time. Redick's got 9.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kickout's the only choice.
The drive by Iverson. Muhammad with it. Now Green defending. Iverson against Rivers. And he can't jam it through.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
Redick dishes to Rivers. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in.
Typically, he's good on those inside.
Iverson gets the bucket.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks, time, and
nails the wide-open jump shot. Redick's got 11.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Muhammad with it. He's against Green. Muhammad the pass to Iverson. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Iverson against Rivers. They double-team Griffin. To the paint, Jordan. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. And it's 6 points for Jordan.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
Iverson against Rivers. Iverson kicks to Zhang. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 15.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The drive by Iverson. Muhammad dishes to Zhang. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Zhang's got 4 this quarter.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Rivers passes to Griffin. And the shot is good. And for Blake Griffin last season, Green comes in for J.J. Redick. And Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Timberwolves also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Garnett comes in for Adrian Payne. And Iverson's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Green in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. This guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
You know, and back to Griffin's improved shooting. You know, at first glance, the statistics disagree. He shot a career worst 50% from the field. But when you dig deeper, you see that his three-point and free throw percentages were career best. And that's where that improved range comes from. And also, he's taking more shots outside of the paint, which will also tend to drop that field goal percentage.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
You know, talking about Griffin, now that he has confidence in his mid-range, Jay, I think he needs to do 2 things. 1, get it to where it's automatic, especially in clutch situations. And 2, keep developing confidence from the three-point line.
And again, unable to change momentum here.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Iverson against Paul. Iverson outside. Back to Wiggins. Fires at the elbow. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Minnesota.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
And that produced great fruit for them in transition.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
Greg, they've got 1 more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result.
Garnett kicks to Payne. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The drive by Iverson. He feeds it to Payne. Here's Dang. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Payne dishes to Iverson. And Muhammad has it in the corner.
Garnett.
Iverson outside. And he banks in the layup.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quiet.
And there's not a whole lot for them to be cheering about anymore. I mean, their guys got it handed to them.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our freak.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff, you evil twins, CC and Dom got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No.
Some people say you're just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?
Because people just don't know,
They be hating?
They be hating. They hating on my game. They hating on our friendship. See,
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect, and we watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just gotta throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. And I'm ready. Bring it, KD.
Oklahoma City landed the Thunder in a fine Western Conference battle here at the Chesapeake Energy Arena. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Timberwolves looking for a strong start to this road trip. And this is a dangerous team, there's no doubt about it, with the Western Conference's fourth best record.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
I agree. I mean, it's clear they're not going anywhere. I mean, this is not a team that any opponent can take lightly come playoff time.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Iverson in at the one spot.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Iverson against Westbrook. Down low, here's Cantor. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
And Cantor did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Now here's Waiters. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. Here's Durant. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
The drive by Iverson. Here's Garnett. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And it's Westbrook missing.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And Towns gets it to go.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And stolen by Iverson. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop, and he gets the bucket. Wiggins has got his first points of the night.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
The 3 from Iverson. That's good. Iverson's got 7 points.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
And here is Waiters. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. Here's Cantor. Oklahoma City gets it back. They need this. And Waiters with the bucket on the assist by Durant. Waiters got his first 3 points of the game. Iverson against Westbrook. The drive by Iverson. The shot is off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And across the board in that game, guys, they shot the lights out.
Rarely do you see a team shoot like that from everybody. I mean, they were getting scoring from every position all over the court.
Here's Iverson. Dion Waiters making his last shot. And Iverson throws it down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Durant. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Out left to the wing, and it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant.
I tell you what, that's...
The Timberwolves shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And Westbrook gets it to go.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Well, I think they did the right thing. I mean, just give up the 2 points and move forward. Hey, discretion is the better part of valor sometimes. Write that one down, game players. Discretion is the better part of valor.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs really lit up the floor. He finished with 39 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Well, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Here's Roberson following the basket by Freak. Here's Durant. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
You know, it's hard not to think of great shooting when you think of Kevin Durant. What he's really worked on over the past few years, though, is his playmaking. He's averaging 4 to 5 assists a game these days. Impressive. He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
From deep, Iverson. Offensive rebound. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Here's Westbrook after the made shot from Ricky Rubio. And Ibaka kicks to Roberson. Oklahoma City moving it around. He feeds it to Cantor. Clock at 6. Durant drawing the double team. And that one's good. Durant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, Durant showing us how it's done with that stroke.
Iverson outside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Some hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Now, here's Rubio. 11 points for him in that last game against San Antonio. Iverson, no luck.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
That is good.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
Here's Pekovic, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Timberwolves leading by 3. Now here's Iverson. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation. And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Here's Westbrook. Rubio with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
We've got 1:28 left in the first half. And that one's good. And that's now 19 points for Iverson.
They should continue to get the ball inside the defense.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Roberson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Timberwolves ahead, leading by a point. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, you obviously found your rhythm off.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Complete domination. What a game for Iverson. He's got 19 points and also 3 steals. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other.
So on the floor for Minnesota, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Iverson in at the 1. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
So one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Screen by Ibaka. And Waiters gets to Durant. And Durant gets double-teamed. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. The shot will not go. And Minnesota will come the other way.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front-court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Wiggins passes to Iverson. Dishes it to Levine. No good on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Dion Waiters.
Talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
Doubled by Iverson, and the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Almost, but it rolls out.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, there have already been 5 lead changes, but nobody taking control of them.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And stolen by Iverson. Here's Wiggins. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside. He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Iverson outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Iverson against Westbrook. Now here's Iverson. Not a lot of room. Clock is at 3. Shoots. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Wiggins. The Thunder have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And stolen by Iverson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Timberwolves have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. The first one falls. for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Adams. Timberwolves also changing it up. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Lean comes in for Wiggins, and Iverson's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2, Durant the 3, and Ibaka the 4. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Inside, it's stolen by Garnett. Fast break, Minnesota. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Iverson against Westbrook. Up the floor. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Levine. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Oh, and the jam by Muhammad.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
We've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Iverson against Westbrook. To the left wing. Launches it. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Levine.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Minnesota's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Garnett, the screen. Raiders against Iverson. Pass to Garnett. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got his 8th assist in the game. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. It's Westbrook with the drive. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Hey, guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list. And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Iverson up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Wiggins kicks to Iverson. Just 5 on the clock. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. They get Russell Westbrook. And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup.
Iverson against Durant. Iverson, no luck. The Thunder shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Durant dishes to Ibaka. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Oh, perfect execution. The size mismatch was there, and they went right at it.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
And that one's good. Wiggins.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Westbrook, no good. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. Wiggins with it. Westbrook picks him up. Cantor against Iverson. Oh, and they take the lead. Iverson's got 30 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He told his guys, time's running low. If we're going to make our move, it's going to be now. Are you guys ready? And as they nodded, he said, let's go get it. Kevin?
There's Westbrook, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City. For Minnesota, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Iverson passes to Towns. Iverson against Westbrook. From 10 feet out. That one rolling around and rims out. The Thunder have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. To the paint, here's Ibaka, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's 6 points for Serge Ibaka. .114 left to play in the final quarter. Iverson against Westbrook, and Iverson throws it down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this guy.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Here's Waiters. Rebound, Minnesota.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Iverson against Westbrook. The drive by Iverson. Nails it!
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Here's Waiters. And stolen by Iverson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Yes!
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be.
And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Westbrook drives in. No dice from the high post. And he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
There's 21 seconds left in the game. Collison kicks to Roberson. Collison dishes to Robertson. Foy from long range. Buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And so they foul intentionally. It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Ibaka outside. To the middle, the kick out to Westbrook. Nails the tray!
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke. This is
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
He was dazzling tonight, guys. Even his opponents were looking at him going, wow, you're tearing us up tonight.
I have to give a big nod to the impact he had through his defense. You know he could turn it up on D when he needs to, but tonight he turned it all the way up. Wow.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
Freak, I didn't expect you to be here.
Coach let practice out early.
You okay? What's going on?
Same old, same old.
Wow, your shoulders are really tight. Are they stressing you out again?
Yeah.
Well, you know you always got me, right? I'm always gonna be here. Baby, I'm your ride or die. And as quiet as it's kept, you and I are the real Team Freak.
Of course. Word of my mom's. I never had this feeling with any.
Tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. Earlier in the season, the Golden State Warriors ended up losing their last game in this matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Iguodala in at the 3 slot.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Minnesota shooting their first foul shot of the night. Here's Golden State now. It's a 5-point game. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
Here's Iverson. Following the basket by Stephen Curry.
Oh, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Bogut. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Iverson. Shoots a 3. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Curry against Iverson. Tries it from 9. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Warriors trail by 7. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Iguodala draws the double. Here's Green. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And we're talking. Timberwolves shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact.
Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize.
And the layup's good off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Minnesota lead.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And Rubio kicks to Muhammad. Iverson outside. And he makes good on the layup. Iverson's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Rubio dishes to Iverson. Just 5 on the clock. Great D that time from Green.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
No good off the front iron.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag him.
Iverson outside. And Muhammad has it in the corner. Iverson against Curry. The drive by Iverson. The Warriors pull it in.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots are few and far between for these guys. They have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Payne, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Pulls it up. Again, Iverson missing. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Out to the right wing. Here is Livingston. Iverson covering. Rejected by Payne. And here's the fast break. And Towns gets it to go. And the Timberwolves lead by 4. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, is getting in the passing lanes. They've been active with their hands, feet have been in good position, and they've come up with a lot of steals. That's making a difference here, too.
Iverson outside. Pass to Towns. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting these on.
And we've reached halftime.
Okay, fans, put your... All right, Target Center, coming out of the corner.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And, guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Iverson in at the point guard. And that's the group starting the second half for Sam Mitchell. Dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, It's all been good.
Green. Iguodala wide open. Connects from three-point range. Iguodala's got 5.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Curry against Iverson. Drops in the layup for 2. Iverson's got 4 this quarter.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
And stolen by Iverson. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Flushes it down to finish the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Ahead. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Towns.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Free throw good, Bogut. You know, and Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
Nikola Begovic is checked in for the Timberwolves.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
Come on, y'all.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Muhammad's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Livingston from past the arc. That's good from Barnes on the assist by Livingston. Barnes has got 5 now.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
The drive by Iverson.
Oh! Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Iverson's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Now at the moment here, let's take a look at our rookie leaderboard and who's putting up the most points. Freak number 1.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
Yeah, he's an old head, mature beyond his year. He has a dominant offensive mindset. No matter what the defense throws at him, he lights up the scoreboard. Really a special talent.
And that one is hammered home.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
Timberwolves leading by 17.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Six on the shot clock. Here's Livingston. There's the bucket. Good. Livingston's got 8 points.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Now Iverson, 33 points for him. Ripped away. Here is Livingston. Passes to Bogut. He dishes it to Thompson. Iverson grabs the board. Iverson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Levine. Here's Pekovic.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Hey, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Timberwolves. Substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Garnett comes in for Gorgie Dang. Wiggins is checked in for Muhammad. And Iverson's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And then for Golden State, Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, against the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Iguodala in at the small forward.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
To the wing right side. Levine passes to Garnett. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Timberwolves lead by 17. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. To the middle, here's Bogut. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Iverson against Curry. Iverson, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. The drive by Green. It's Curry outside. Warriors the rebound. Bogut kicks to Curry. He feeds it to Thompson. Screen by Bogut. Back to Curry. Down low. Poked away. It's stolen by Garnett.
Guys, you keep trying to force the issue. Take the D head on. Sometimes it backfires, and that's been the case for him. He's trying to do too much.
Curry against Iverson. Count that one. Iverson's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Curry kicks to Bogut. The number 1 overall pick in 2005, Andrew Bogut. Great expectations, Greg, for the big Aussie coming in.
Yeah, I mean, a phenomenal rebounder and rim protector. He's got that high basketball IQ from a defensive standpoint. You know, and on offense, he averaged over 20 points a game in college. He's an instinctive passer, just not much more you could ask for.
All right, target setter, coming off the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
Timberwolves leading by 16. The drive by Iverson. Towns dishes to Iverson. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And it's sent back by Bogut. Now the feed to Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
You know, going back to Bogut's fanfare entering the league, was 3rd in Rookie of the Year balloting. Then he went on to have some solid, if unspectacular, years, though his shot blocking and defense were always strong.
A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And here is Iverson. 5 on the clock. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
And guys, one thing people often forget to mention about Bogut, his passing. What sets him apart as a big man is his court vision. And whether it's from the high post, low post, he can create opportunities for his teammates.
Curry passes to Green. Doubled by Iverson. Curry with a wide open look. That one falls. Coming off Iguodala's feed. 15 points for Steph Curry. Iverson against Curry. Now here's Iverson. Defense right on him. Great D that time from Curry. It's rebounded by Towns.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Levine hits to Wiggins. That's good.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league, Clark, for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
Thompson with the bucket.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Iverson dishes to Garnett. Curry against Iverson. Iguodala with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
In their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage, and as a result, they've got a big lead.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Minnesota.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win.
They're going to close them out for the second time this year. This gives them a season series lead of 2-0 with just 1 game left to play against the Warriors.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes. That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
16 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Iguodala with the steal. Outside Curry. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. He had an outstanding 3rd quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled them during the 2nd half.
Defensively, he was a man on a mission tonight. He almost hit the double-digit mark in steals. Can you believe that? His sense of anticipation, his ability to read the play as it developed was amazing. With him playing that brand of all-world defense, it made things a whole lot easier for them on the other end.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening.
Yeah, send him in.
Siamo fragili se tutti
Can't believe the regular season's done. Some of those games I can barely remember, but we did it. We made the playoffs. And tonight, I make my postseason debut. I wasn't sure I'd be here as a rookie, but I can't wait to see what this team can do. Like KG said, anything's possible. So let's go chase that title.
Minnesota, our setting, as we take a look at this striking view of the landmark 3rd Avenue Bridge. There is a buzz in the air in the sold-out arena here in downtown Minneapolis. The playoff battle in the West starts off with a bang right here, Game 1. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. You look at the Timberwolves. So important in a 7-game series to maintain the home court advantage. The fans, the players, the coaches, guys, they know it's all on the line.
And while I expect them to win this game and potentially win big, this is a team that really plays well on their home court. And if they do that, they can really set the tone for this series.
Well, we'll see if they can capitalize. I mean, that's what you work hard all regular season for, is to have the advantage of Game 1 in your building. I'm with you there. I think you've got to give them the early nod as favorites.
You got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for the Clippers right now, inside it's Griffin and Jordan, Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards, and it's Green in at the 3. Now here's Iverson, following the miss by Griffin. The drive by Iverson, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Towns And Griffin sends it back. Knocked away. Towns kicks to Wiggins. Hits it from three-point range.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Paul goes in. Can't get it to go. Here's Levine, guarded by Green. And a wide-open look for Freak. Iverson can't get that one to fall.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Iverson's got 5.
Well, I think we were all shocked when he pulled the trigger from out there, but he sank it anyway. That was a heck of a shot.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Redick for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ball against Iverson. Offline from the high post.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
And he gets the bucket. Jordan's got his first points in this one. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Iverson. He's got 5. And foul's called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And both free throws good for Iverson. Redick with it. There's the pass to Paul. But they recover it. Off target with his 3. For Minnesota, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Iverson outside. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And here's Iverson outside. And another 3 for Minnesota.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to speak with head coach Doc Rivers. You can put Coach in the crowd that feels game 1 is the most important game in the series. He said to take the first game on the road would put us in the driver's seat from a mental advantage as well as a home court advantage. Guys?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. So it's Minnesota now. They've led by as much as 10. Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. Ricky Rubio is out there with Iverson. And it's Muhammad in at the small forward spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Ball against Iverson.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Clippers trail by 3. And the wide open shot from Redick. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Rubio dishes to Iverson. And the layup falls. Iverson's got 14.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pushing it up. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Rubio. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead. Now here's Paul. It's Redick on the wing. Back to Paul. This one for three. Know what? The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. On the wing, Iverson. Covered by Redick. From deep. Iverson, no good.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
To the paint. Here's Green. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. So guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Timberwolves?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Payne, he's checked in for Towns. Garnett comes in for Gorgui Dieng. Wiggins is checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. And Iverson's subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin comes in for Pierce. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Minnesota leading by 4. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
The lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
Here's Rivers. Here's Aldrich. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
The drive by Iverson. Can't connect from short range.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Here's Rivers. Wiggins with the block.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Iverson outside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
All right, we got a few things to cover before the second half. This isn't a game I'm going to let slip away from us. We need this one. We've been able to force...
And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans got the job done. He ended with 32 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that played.
And, you know, I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
And he bangs Bangs it home with one hand.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
All right, target setter, coming out of the court now, your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
Ricky Rubio checked in for big group substitution now for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Garnett comes in for Gorgie Dang. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Wiggins, and Iverson's subbed in for Levine. And then for Los Angeles, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Griffin. Crawford comes in for Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for J.J. Redick. And Iverson gets it to go.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
54 seconds left to play in the third. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
The dish to Muhammad to the inside. Kicks it out to Iverson. 26 seconds left in the third. 5 to shoot. Takes the three. Shot is off. Nice D from Crawford.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Good. That's 7 points for Chris Paul.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 18. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round one matchup. Clippers trail by 18. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Gorgie Dang is out there with Towns, and it's Iverson in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Iverson. He has 29 points and also 5 steals. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And Clark, it's as if he's been a step ahead of everyone else out there today.
And Los Angeles guys shooting here about 46% for the game. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And he lays it straight in. Iverson's got 15 points in just the second half. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim. Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Iverson against Paul. The drive by Iverson. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That free throw, no good.
Timberwolves. 3.
That one is no good. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked by Jordan. Good on the shot. And it's 8 points. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Green with the jam.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Paul against Iverson. The shot no good. Great D that time from Griffin. Clippers trail by 20. Down low. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Minnesota. Blake Griffin. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Griffin. Blake Griffin hits them both.
Some good play from Griffin in this one. 8 rebounds, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
The drive by Iverson. Paul with the steal. Green left side. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Iverson. Fast break, Minnesota. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
On the wing, Iverson, defended by Paul. Vicious to Levine. Shot clock at 5. Here's Towns, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Towns has got 4 this quarter.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
Yeah, and they're cruising right now, looking to add to the lead.
And the rejection by Jang. Fast break, Minnesota. Freak with the ball. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Zach Levine.
Free throw good, Levine. Clippers trail by 21. Green with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Here's Levine. Iverson outside. Paul with the steal. alone. That's good. Ball's got 12 points here in the second half.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Iverson against Paul. Lets it go from 11. That drops. And that's now 35 points for Iverson.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And stolen by Iverson. Right wing. Levine kicks to Iverson. There's 1:26 left in the fourth. Good. Iverson's got 37.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down and what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for Minnesota.
But Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Freak. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Tries a three. Green with the rebound. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Crawford kicks to Griffin. Inside. Home. And he gets it to go.
Boy, just a lovely dish by Griffin.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
Well, that'll do it for now. Glad you could join us for the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet Freak. As the NBA's leading scorer, he delivered another outstanding performance among many this season. Quite fun to watch this guy work on any night.
Something lit a fire under him tonight. He was getting after it. Every chance he got, he went to the bucket, and I mean hard. You gotta love to see a player with that kind of killer instinct. I wonder how many dunks he wound up with tonight. I lost track after like 20.
Starting out the series, this is a huge win to go up 1-0. He gave them the energy and effort they needed. Huge performance, and what a time to do it. If he can keep up this effort, Ernie, boy, oh boy, oh boy.
And we are still early in the postseason. There's more
it with my own eyes. I would gain otherwise without the luxury of leaving. The touch and feeling of free is untangible. Technically, it's something you got to believe in. Connect the cause and the fact. One foot in front of the next. This is the start of a journey. And my mind is already gone in the fear of the unknown. Somehow this doesn't concern me. And you can stand right there if you want, but I'm going on.
All right.
All right. Hello. Okay, well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today. I especially like to thank God, my Lord and Savior, my family, my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti, twin sister and manager, Cece, my lady. Thank you guys for all your support. I'd also like to thank all the fans, and all the people out there who consider themselves an FOF, a friend of free. My free agency has been nothing short of amazing. And frankly, it has been a dream come true. But like most dreams, the reality is very different from what I imagined. Though I wouldn't change a thing about this period and the time I spent in the NBA, I can honestly say that nothing has been more gratifying and more difficult than choosing where to play next year. I sought the wise counsel of my loved ones. Nothing puts me at ease more than knowing that regardless of my decision, you guys will be there for me no matter what. Now, there are so many wonderful teams in the league, each filled with stellar talent and all vying to be number one. For me, there's nothing more important than winning and surrounding myself with those who feel just as passionate about the game as I do and have an unrelenting desire to win a championship ring. That's what matters most to me. It is for this reason above all, I decided to choose the Indiana Pacers.
Good choice. Good job.
Talent they have on that team, they're going to championship this year.
You think so? And you know what that means?
I'm gonna get
Cha-ching.
I love it.
I know.
Yes, my man. All right, son. Congratulations.
I've been running.
3 letters, M-A-X, baby.
Dom we trust, baby.
Dom we trust.
Let me see this contract. Let me see this contract.
I gotta call. I'll be right back. I gotta call finally. Yo, fool, where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Mr. Freak?
Yo, who's this?
This is Officer Vasquez with the 9th Precinct.
Officer Vasquez? What did Vic do now?
Mr. Freak, there's been an accident. Look, we're gonna need you to come down to the following address as soon as possible.
What kind of accident? Put Vic on the phone.
I can't do that, sir.
No, you're not hearing me. I want to talk to Vic.
Look, sir, we need you to come down as soon as you can.
No. Hey, listen. Put down the phone, and I don't want to hear it get picked up until Victor Van Leer's on the phone.
Give me the phone.
Put Vic on the phone.
Mr. Freak, Mr. Van Leer was killed in a car accident.
What's going on? Give me the phone.
The car he was driving was registered to you. We were able to identify him from the
Listen
flyers
to
in
me.
his possession.
Freak,
I don't want to talk to you no more.
Freak, give me the phone. Hi, excuse me. Hi. Yes. This is Cece. This is Freak's manager. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, yes, look, we're gonna need somebody to come down and identify Mr. Van Leer. Eyewitnesses say that he was involved in a car chase. 2 cars were chasing him, and as the chase escalated, he eventually lost control and crashed. Look, I'm really sorry for your loss.
Hello. Outside of the deceased, was anybody else injured?
Vic died in a car accident. What? Yeah, they said he was in a car chase. No. Freak, I'm sorry. He died.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Freak. Freak, I am so sorry.
Sis, all started here.
Yep, right here in the dome.
Yeah, when I was all about living the dream. Yeah. And knowing to be some nightmares.
As Daddy always says, all that glitters ain't gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss my brother Vic, though.
Deep down, he was a good person at heart, but he was never quite right. Something was always off with him, even when we were little growing up.
Yeah, I know, but I loved him anyway. I knew he was trying to take advantage of our friendship, but I didn't care. We were boys, ride or die. You know that?
Ride or die.
Just hope Vic finally found peace and depth that he never found in life.
Well, may he rest in power. When you really sit down and think about it, life is about the blink of an eye. And that's so quick. We spend a third sleeping in bed, a third trying to figure this thing called life out. Yo, by the time we think you got it all figured out, you only got a third of your life left.
Yeah, life's a trip.
Say that again.
Life's a trip.
10 times 10.
Well, honey. Hey, yo, shout out to my man Vic.
Shout out to Vic. Come on, let's bounce.
All right.
Yeah, I'm about to wake up the projects like I used to.
Better
remember?
not. You better not. You ain't kids no more.
Cece?
Hey.
Why are you sneaking up on us?
Man, we thought you two left town yesterday after the funeral.
We decided to stay one more day.
Oh, I'm so
Salutations.